Turn it up. Look, 100 years after 100 years, they done lied to us about this and that. Told us all we from Africa. I made fiction characters turn into facts. Heard you tell me then it was not. Knowing goddamn well that trick was capped. My wife and I wrote a book about it. It's a book with knowledge, evidence, and fact. And my other book got them haters shook, cause it's helping my people take a closer look at their backgrounds and the background, showing my people where they supposed to look. Showing my people where they get it from, where they hit it from, all sorts of angles. When it comes to this research, you must please first. Don't trust strangers. Find out all on your own is what I highly recommend and suggest. And if you're looking for answers and content about me, I highly recommend you the best. Which is my website at the link you see just across the screen. Don't let it miss you. I make it simple. I double down on that black and white. It's so official.
OCO, Mike, all the way back there. OCO, beautiful people. OCO, free thinkers. OCO, need you all across Turtle Island, and especially those that reside in the land of the free, home of the brave, the land of milk and honey, the land our ancestors occupied before any foreign invasion, exploration, or migration, whatever you want to choose. I want to inform our people of a few things in this video. And I also want to share with you a few things, all concerning the correlating topic of us being indigenous people of this land. And to my people that are sharing videos and messages with me here in the comment section of the YouTube channel and over on Patreon in my inbox, in the community server of the 13%, and on my Twitter and Instagram inboxes, I want to inform you all that I hear you. I hear you. I hear your amazing, beautiful testimonies. I hear that some of you may still need assistance regarding researching your genealogy of your family. And I hear that most of you are spreading awareness as to who we are, and even utilizing my research and content as a primary source for others to learn from. And I'm gonna drop a bomb for you all. I really appreciate that. You guys, I can't thank y'all enough. Thank you. And I also hear the comments about other people on social media sites like YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok especially, just to name a few, administering racist remarks at our people who are sharing the truth about our people on these sites to inform more of our people on these sites. And I also see the videos that you all would share with me about modern things occurring that correlates or relates to many topics that I teach about. And I have been teaching about ever since I began researching and teaching several years ago. I want to inform you all that I hear it all. And in many cases, I have things already in place that will assist you. Those of you that are in need when researching the genealogy of your family, for example, be sure to utilize the links that I have provided under the videos that will direct you to whatever you're asking for. Okay, it should be up under each and every video. And as far as the slander is concerned, this is what we got to get into. People are asking me to talk about it. We're going to talk about it. We also going to do something about it. But let me bring to your attention the one thing that we have to do as a people, because we receive a lot of slander just because a lot of our people are finally acknowledging the truth about our people. And, we get backlash because of that from other people and even our own people. But we don't have to put up with this. We don't got to put up with this. Just as well as any other group doesn't. Like, for example, that LGBTQ community, they got together and showed their pride in themselves. That's not a pun. That's the truth. Everybody has pride in themselves by not being afraid to speak up for themselves, no matter their skin complexion. Individuals that have pride in themselves won't tolerate any disrespect towards themselves and their people. And they are sure to let the world know when someone or something stands in their way, stands against their people, and they seek to put a stop to it. But when it comes to our people allow anybody to disrespect our people and say and do nothing about it. Take this South Park video game, for example. Look at this. As you are creating your character, listen to this. You are able to choose your character's life difficulty by skin tone. The darker the hue, the more difficult your life becomes.
Don't worry, this doesn't affect combat. Just every other aspect of your whole life.
Now, some of you may say that that's the truth, but you're missing the point of our people being bullied or being made fun of in this joke. That's a part of a game. Listen to that. I said that you're missing the point of our people being bullied or being made fun of in this joke. That's a part of a game. Do you hear the double meaning? The double standard? And speaking of standards, we would need to set standards in place for our people's sake when it comes to protecting us as a people from any mistreatment or prejudice directed from any other groups of people who are not us. We see them over there on TikTok. And we don't need to wait for nobody neither. We don't need to wait for no something unforeseen to come help us. We don't need to wait for a foreign entity to establish a general rule to protect us. Take this video, for example, of a woman on TikTok talking about the slander that we receive when we acknowledge that our people are indigenous people to this land.
So Afro-Indigenous people exist, and we're going to keep going over this. Afro-Indigenous people are here. They've always been here, and they're not going anywhere. Afro-Indigenous people, especially on this app, but in life also, are being treated worse than any other group of people by our people, which, by the way, Afro-Indigenous people, they're our relatives too. Don't let your traumas get in the way of mending bonds that were broken due to colonization. That's what the colonizers want you to do. Stop it.
Now, she calls us Afro-Indigenous people. Many people have different names that they call us, but we know who we are. We have to demand that respect now, or else. And of course, she includes herself in being related to us because she disagrees with what she sees her own people doing against our people. She's disgusted. So am I. Here's another example of the same disrespect that we allow. Listen. of the same disrespect that we allow to happen that needs to cease. Just this past week, a young Niji, who is autistic, by the way, according to reports, was trying to catch a subway train in New York to go home. But he was met with racial slurs, bullying, and assault from a group of young, racist Hispanics of that area. Now, listen to me. Okay? In order for them to be racist now, this type of behavior has to be taught to that individual, either at home or at school. But neither is being reprimanded for their child's actions as of today, right now. This is something that we have to change. We don't need to wait for other people to accept us for who we are. We are who we are. And that will not change just because other people don't like who we are. They don't have to like us for all of us to get along. However, they must respect us for all of us to get along. Otherwise, we will be accepting a form of defeat against those who are not even stable enough to bring a war to us by way of their actual population count. But the one that goes, I'm molested by foreigners, manipulating numbers for fear-mongering purposes. Not that one. The real population count of these foreigners. Okay? Especially since their battle is with themselves, not liking other people that have historically assisted their people in surviving here and also becoming residents within our ancestral lands while their ancestors were retreating from their slave masters in other countries of other continents. Or they were sentenced to transportation as their punishment for whatever crimes they committed. We went over this. Meaning that they were forced to migrate to our lands as their permanent jail time for the crimes they committed in their lands. I'm gonna drop a bomb. That's right. Criminals were coming over here. Why do you think they were so desperate to do business with us in the first place? Think about this. Slavery was big business then, just like how it is right now. The idea of a slave, think about this. The idea of a slave is commonly referred to as a laboring person or a working person, right? That carries out a duty to earn specified wages that can vary depending on what they get assigned to, what tasks they assigned to, to do by way of the hiring party or entity. So when you think about the duty of an employee of a company, doesn't that sound the same to you? I'll drop another bomb. Think about it. It's unfortunate, though. It's unfortunate that all of our ancestors were forced into sending their children to compulsory institutions to be educated, or rather indoctrinated, by those who did not have our best interests in mind. Obviously. But today, we must fight back with pride in who we are and what we stand for, merely because nobody else will. Nobody else will fight for us but us. But it all starts with pride in yourself as an individual. Let this be known. No one has the right, birthright, privilege, authority to tell you who you and your people are. And I say this in response to many racist remarks from people that I have received personally from those who are somehow upset with me and others like me for simply acknowledging who we are and who our people are. Listen to that. You get to claim who you are. So do I. Because it works both ways. Especially in a world where we utter the word equality and agree that it does exist, right? Because if it doesn't exist, then who gets to determine that rule? Even in a place of business, the senior executives will have priority in the dictatorship of rules and policies over other executives. They have not resided in their position within that company or longer than the senior execs. So it goes without saying that my people reserve the right to dictate what the rules are within our ancestral lands, correct? Right or wrong? So it will behoove you to know that my people have senior authority over any other person residing within our ancestral lands. So make room for more of my people becoming dictators at the tables our ancestors provided for us as their offsprings. And be thankful that we are not being violent right now with evicting you off of our lands. I wish our people would stop being so concerned about sports games and other distracting forms of entertainment and focus on real solutions to the problematic games our real enemies are playing against us in real time. We have real life battles to win. So disconnect yourself from all distractions and leave all them non-emergency calls to 311. So you can finally realize that this is war. Is war. Is war.
I'm just here to make you think.